Sarah and Craig really providing some firsthand accounts of what they saw and heard in the courtroom. So you heard Professor Kling talking about some of that testimony and the $2 million, Sarah, as you guys both saw that unfold, some of the reaction from the courtroom.
Yeah, well, I think one of the interesting things you're hearing Richard Kling talking about, and going back to what Judge Kendall was saying in her kind of wrap-up statement, she's talking about there have been so many aldermen and others who've gone to prison, so she's not even, she seems skeptical about how much of a deterrent a long prison term was going to be.
Right, well, and that's always the big question here. I mean, it was one thing the defense raised, that this never really is a deterrent. You know, a conviction is a deterrent, but they don't believe the number of years in prison is really a deterrent. And how can it be a deterrent when we've seen so many people and so many politicians continue to walk through this building and get convicted?
Yeah, but the other point I think you made, there was an interesting observation, is that they never think they're going to get caught.
Right.
That's why these things continue to go on, and every person who commits these acts of corruption think they're smarter than the law. And obviously in this case, 2 years of what Ed Burke was convicted of doing, the judge says, look, I don't know that he did anything before that. There's no evidence before me to that, so she could not take any of that allegation.
Well, and the interesting things, one of the assistant U.S. attorney, Sarah Stryker, she brought up a couple things about that, he was no novice at this. Yeah. And that is something that the judge really couldn't take into account. Maybe the assumption was the fact that he's been doing this for years, but that cannot be part of the way that the judge sentences. Yeah. One thing I thought was pretty interesting is, the one thing the defense also brought up a lot was his age. I mean, he's 80 years old. They were really concerned about his age, that this could be a life sentence for him, or a death sentence, rather a death sentence for him. And she did take that into account, his age.
I think she did, and she took into account, his health considerations. But the bottom line is she felt she had to send him to prison for at least some amount of time. And just to give him the extraordinary amount of fines that she did in this case was, because he has the means to pay it, she jacked up the fines.
And we've talked about $30 million that he's been, his net worth is, or has put away. Yeah. So I think $2 million is a little bit of a dent here, but yes, it's certainly a strong message with the amount of money.
The other thing I thought was interesting that the judge was talking about is that when there is public corruption, it erodes the people's faith in democracy and their trust in government, and that can take a long time to get that back. And so, she obviously was also weighing that, because there is a public impact when you have corruption going on like that people do lose their faith in the rule of law.
I think the biggest deterrent in this case, or the biggest deterrent moving forward, is the wire. I mean, you had a very close friend of his wear a wire, and without the wiretaps and without those recordings, there would not be a case here. Yeah. And I think maybe that might be the biggest deterrent about, because you never know who's now wearing a wire. That wasn't the case years ago. You probably weren't going to get, a very good close friend wearing a wire on you, because they were all in on it too.
Yeah, and in this case, you're talking about Danny Solis.
Danny Solis,
and the judge did bring that up because she asked the prosecutors where things stood with Danny Solis' case, and he is a cooperating witness, and so she was troubled by the fact that you're asking me to send Ed Burke to prison, but Danny Solis may never go to prison, and yet he committed so many of these similar corrupt acts. He was involved with some of them, and so she was a little bit troubled by that. I just have to think that was part of a factor in her decision to just go with the 24 months in prison. And the other fact too is the defense were. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sarah, question for you. So as you heard all that testimony, both of you said the judge was surprised. I mean, not surprised, but all of that positive testimony from Burke's confidants. Did any strike you as sticking out, or did former Alderman Burke react to any of that more, you think, as that went on? All this support for him in court before his sentence.
Well, the observation I can make is kind of two things. One, when the prosecution was making their case and talking about all the crimes that he committed and all this, I could see this, what seemed to me, this is just an observation, kind of a worried look on Ann Burke's face. Ed Burke was stoic really throughout. I mean, he has a really deep frown, and that was on his face an awful lot. But her demeanor seemed to change a little bit when the defense was making its case, when the defense was reading from all of these letters.
Right. His did too. It was, even though he still had that frown on his face, I could tell his face was a little bit a little bit more engaged,
Encouraged,
a little
perhaps.
bit, right,
Yeah,
right.
what was
And-
going before the judge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But those letters, I mean, there were hundreds of them, really did make a difference in this. I believe they did.
Absolutely. Yep. Back to you guys.
And Craig, can you just walk us through one more time the details? I believe you said there is a prison reporting date in September. Is that what you said earlier?
Yes, let me get it down to my September 23rd is the date he has to surrender.
Okay.
The defense has requested the federal correctional camp in Oxford, Wisconsin.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.